Now, a question that people often ask is when should they remove the masking tape? Now, it will vary slightly depending on what you're doing, but generally I always remove it the following day. Now, the main reason for that is that if for some reason whatever you've been painting hasn't turned out quite how it should, you've always got the opportunity to repaint it. Whereas if you actually take the tape off straight away, you come back the next morning and have a look at it and it's not real good, and therefore you'll have to go through and do all the retaping again before you repaint it. So that's the reason why you find a lot of professionals will actually leave the tape on overnight, just for the safety factor. You can, however, remove it a few hours after you've painted. Now, the reason for being a few hours is you don't really want to be peeling the tape off while the wall or whatever you've taped is still wet, because you do have the chance of flicking any dirt that may be on the tape onto the surface. So you want to let the paint dry first. Normally with water-based paints, probably a few hours will be fine, and then remove the tape. Now, in a lot of circumstances, it still pays to actually cut along between the tape line and whatever you've taped so it doesn't rip any of the paintwork off. Because what can happen is obviously the paint is stuck to the wall and to the tape, and when you rip it off, it actually starts to peel the paint off the wall as well. So it does pay to run a blade or something along there and actually cut in between the two surfaces. So that will just give you some idea on when you should remove the masking tape. It's really a personal preference. As I said, most tradesmen that I know anyway will leave the tape on overnight just for the safety factor. If you do have to repaint again, it's a lot easier to leave it and peel it off the next day rather than having to go through and remask everything all over again.